This is the One Episode Rule, a podcast about first impressions. I am Magpie. We're back from vacation,
Back
which you
from
may
the
not have
dead.
known that we were on, because I'm not even sure we tweeted about it last week.
Just gone without a trace.
We're just tired.
I realized that on Sunday.
Listen.
I was just like, well, it's too late now. But yeah.
Very occupied, that's all.
Some of us did some traveling.
I did the traveling.
But yeah, that's pretty much filled up the last 2 weeks. So not a lot of anime related doings.
Yeah. Oh gosh, we didn't
general.
even watch any anime while I was there either, did we?
No, we watched Bly Manor.
Which is
Decidedly
good.
not anime.
Bly Manor, my new favorite anime.
What have you been up to, Blackle?
I helped my girlfriend clean our apartment. That was fun.
Huh?
Nice. Clean apartment, always good.
I was gonna clean, so I cleaned her oven, and then I was gonna clean the sort of dial part of it, but I realized that I would have accidentally scrubbed away the information on the dials. So we're gonna have to make custom stickers so that the information can remain on the oven but also be cleaned. Yeah.
Usually whenever I ask this question, I'm asking for some kind of media consumption.
I don't normally consume media.
I don't know why I expect that from you. Anyway, that's fine. We just live our lives in different ways.
Yes, truly.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I am Joey, by the way, and I'm still thinking about this. Just before we started recording, we saw a very interesting Precure scene.
But they still had their fucking faces on.
They transform by eating their pets. What is this? Hello, Precure, what are you doing?
They do what has to be done by then.
I feel like we've
names.
talked about Precure way too much for people who are never going to watch any of it.
Never going to see a single of... My experience with Precure is literally this scene that we just watched and the kaiju parody.
Anyway, let's get into the news, because we got a bunch of... I hastily assembled some news, so that means it's all going to be weird, inaccessible product news. Are you ready for this shit?
Perfect. Let's have it.
First of all, apparently they're going to open a Nichijou-themed cafe.
Oh, sick.
At the bottom of the Tokyo Skytree, and all I have to say about that is I urge you not to eat there.
What?
Because I cannot think of any food that is thematically appropriate.
They're gonna feed you expired melon bread.
They're gonna feed you expired melon bread and pieces of hot dog that have hit the back of somebody's head and then fallen on the floor.
Mm-hmm. You have to catch it real fast, otherwise you're gonna get scabies.
No, in actuality, that sounds fucking rad. That's fucking sick. I love that.
One of their dishes is just called Sakamoto, which is just the name of the cat from the show.
Eat this fucking cat. Oh god, we're gonna become the Precure. We're gonna do a transformation and everything.
I don't think it works if you eat other people's pets.
Anyway. Maybe. Have you tried?
Moving on, can you guess what this inappropriate piece of Evangelion merchandise is?
Are we finally getting the toilet? Is it shoes? Is it socks? That's common, though.
That's we've already talked about anime branded shoes recently. No, it is some Unit 1. It is a Unit 1 branded RTX 390.
Wait, pardon?
Graphics card and motherboard for your PC.
When you said inappropriate, I thought something nasty. But you know what? This is materials for gamers, so yes, it is nasty.
Apparently, it is they have also modified the interior LED lighting to display a pattern similar to the sync animation
Ooh.
from the show,
Oh my god.
which
Fascinating.
I imagine becomes desynced if you die in Fortnite. But
Oh, absolutely.
and finally, uh, I should mention that Cakes.jp has revealed a new product that they're going to produce. They appear to be a cake producing company, like a prepackaged one. Is
Mhm.
they're going to make an interesting one based on the on Luffy's gum gum fruit, which
Fuck yeah!
I think is aesthetically quite pleasing, but if accurate to the show, it should not be something that you purchase. Because if I remember correctly, don't all the fruits taste like shit?
They do taste like canonically every single gum like devil fruit tastes like ass. Every time a character eats one, they're like, "Oh, that's disgusting." Except Luffy, he just kind of didn't care that much, if I can recall correctly.
Look
It does
deeply,
look so fucking tasty, though. I want to
look
eat this now.
deeply into Luffy's eyes and tell me that there's any emotion there to begin
Yeah,
with.
really and truly.
He's
This
like a
cake is
he's like a fucking shark. He's got dark eyes like a doll's eyes.
yeah. This cake is baller. Look at all those little fruit slices in there.
Yeah, it looks it looks really good.
You can fucking take a bite of this gum gum. Yo ho ho, etc., etc.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's the news. Uh, I'm not gonna make. I'm not gonna force you guys to pick. Pick. I'm not gonna force you guys to pick which clone to shoot like I do every week.
Mm.
All right, lay it on us. What are we watching?
Because I'm gonna bring this because somebody has been bugging me about it all week, and also I do actually want to bring this while it's fucking relevant to
Yeah,
boost our
fair.
numbers because I believe our last video got 4 views.
No,
Um,
we need to do better.
because YouTube absolutely refuses to show anyone our content.
Not
Yeah,
allowed. Not allowed to
unfortunate.
be.
But whatever, that doesn't matter. We're gonna watch Spy X Family.
Yes,
And
yes, I knew this was gonna be it.
and listen, I'm gonna say the X. You can't stop me. And I'm not gonna say cross neither, you fucks. It's X.
Hunter X family.
Hunter
Spike
X Family.
Hunter Cross Hunter.
Hunter Cross Family.
James Bond could never.
You know, I'm thinking of all the James Bonds I know of, and I don't find any of them suitable.
No.
Daniel Craig, maybe?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I don't know.
Like if anyone gets close, maybe George Lazenby, maybe.
I just like I looked at the others in my mind and said Sean Connery, oh hell no. And like Pierce Brosnan, no, not really, no.
No. No. None of them are suited for being
Roger
parents.
Moore, no. So yeah, who wants to read this blurb? I could read it.
You should read it. Do
You
it.
think I should read it?
You should read
Okay.
it.
I'll try not to fuck it up. Okay. For the agent known as Twilight, no order is too tall for the sake of peace. Operating as Westalis's master spy, Twilight works tirelessly to prevent extremists from sparking a war with the neighboring country Ostania. For his latest mission, he must investigate Ostanian politician Donovan Desmond by infiltrating his son's school, the prestigious Eton Academy. Thus, the agent faces the most difficult task of his career: get married, have a child, and play family. I had to cut a bunch of this blurb out because it talks a lot about the other character, who's going to be his
Right.
wife, who simply did not appear in the first episode.
Wasn't in this one.
Not even hinted at.
Not real.
So yeah, that's the basic premise. Also, we watched the dub, so that's what we're going to be talking about. So yeah, let's get into the rundown for this.
Yep.
All right. So they said it. Our viewpoint character for this episode, at least. I don't know if he continues to be the quote unquote protagonist for the rest of it, but he's the viewpoint character for now. Is our spy Twilight, who doesn't have like a proper like name. He has a code name because he apparently gave that up.
Yeah. Twilight, that's such... I can't deal with the name because I just think of Twilight Sparkle.
I was going to say the same thing.
All right, then. Well, I didn't think that. So yeah, we're introduced to this character in disguise, actually, because he turns up to take photos from a different spy that were clearly meant for a different guy that he is disguised as, so that he can burn them. And it's photos of the foreign minister's toupee, because that apparently would ruin his credibility.
#wig.
Which, like, I don't listen, like, I don't have respect for people who wear toupees, but also it's not like a primary consideration for my like political thought.
But also, this is the kind of goofy shit that spy shows are about, so I appreciate this choice.
This is true. That is some real spy versus spy shit.
And also, they take it deadly seriously, because later someone's like, does it matter about the toupee? And he just whips a pistol out and shoots him.
He just gets his ass shot over that. So the moral here is, hey, if you're going significantly bald, just own it.
Truly.
You'll garner more respect that way. Anyway, so after completing that mission, he has to pick up his next one, which in traditional form comes in the form of a newspaper handed to him by a random dude on a park bench that he has to read through a cipher that we are not privy to.
Yes. The outfit that he is wearing during that exchange is the most only spies wear this outfit ever.
Only
so
spies.
Like, I don't. And also, the guy, when he hands over the newspaper, says meow. Did anyone catch that?
I don't think that happened.
He said meow. Maybe he said something else, but it sounded like he said meow.
I don't think he
Meow.
I don't think he said that.
Watch it again after. It's there.
It's fucking Twilight's gonna like call headquarters later and just be like, "Hey, the dead drop guy is crazy.
Hey, you gotta stop sending your cat boys on assignment."
But anyway, so yeah, he's wearing the only people who wear that outfit are spies or reporters.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what I always associated that beige trench coat with.
Also, it's gloves.
A look. Maybe me? ? Smiley face.
You could probably make it work.
I gotta say that leather gloves are actually like extremely good. Actually,
Yes.
I wore a pair like all the last like several months for wintertime, and they are better than gloves. Like they are better than like cotton gloves.
I cannot really wear leather gloves.
Can't relate in Florida.
Because they are not ever made in my size.
Oh no.
Because of my enormous hands.
No.
Anyway, moving on. So yeah, he gets on the train to read about his next mission, which is to start a family.
Yep.
He has to basically what the deal is that his target that he needs to pull dirt up on is an extremely paranoid socialist, it appears.
Yeah.
And it's funny the design cues they took for him, because he really does look like he's 2 steps away from being like a cartoon bomb throwing anarchist.
Yes.
I think is very funny.
Yes.
Um. Anyway, he apparently the only like social events he attends are at his son's private school. So that's the only way to get at him. So Twilight has to put together a fake family and put a kid through the entrance exams to this school within the week,
Yes.
which is enough to rattle even him.
He's like, how am I supposed to have a child that quickly?
But he says, you know what? I'm the best at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Take
I'll
one for the
do
team.
it.
Yep. He'll do it.
So yeah, he begins, and I appreciate like the amoral efficiency that he chooses to go about this business with.
Yes.
And he's just like, all right, let's go to a shady orphanage.
Yeah. Just pick up the smartest child I can find there.
So he goes to the fucking dankest orphanage he can. There's like pieces of columns on the floor and shit.
Yeah.
Like the building is ruined, and the guy
It
is
looks
obviously
really bad.
the guy is straight up drunk.
Mhm. He's like, take whichever one you want. Get him out of here.
just pick one up off the floor and leave.
God.
I ain't been watching them that hard, but even the rats won't take.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just like, all right, well, I need one that can pass the exams. I see one with pink hair. That's obviously a protagonist child.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta go for that one.
It should be noted
Well,
that
take her.
it should be noted that Twilight and every other character we've seen thus far has been relatively like bland in
Normal.
anime terms. He looks like a vaguely Germanic guy.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of tall and thin, blonde headed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But Anya is a anime creature. She can only
Yeah.
exist in the confines of an anime.
Yes.
She would not survive in the real world.
Mhm.
You know, like those like those fish that when you bring them up from the pressures that they're used
Yeah,
to
they
under the ocean,
expand.
they expand and die. Yeah, that would be. It's the same with Anya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's a little girl with long pink hair and big eyes, and I swear she's got Lum's horns for some reason from Urusei
I think
Yatsura.
they gotta be little hats, but
gotta be-
they look like horns.
They're little hats, I guess. But yeah, they look like little horns.
It's a cute design.
Anya, for her part, decides, I'm getting the fuck out of here. She's aided in this endeavor by the fact that she's a psychic. She can just read people's thoughts.
So when he's thinking like, I need a 6-year-old, she just blurts out, I'm 6.
And
he's like, huh?
You're really little, so she stands up on her toes.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
She reads his mind to complete a really hard crossword puzzle, and he's like really impressed. And he's like, she's smart.
I'll take this one. This one's smart. And we skipped over a scene where he went and got an apartment, which the only thing of value in that was he was talking to the guy, and they were making small talk, and he's just like, so do you have a boy or girl? And he's just like, I'll have to decide that soon.
Yeah, and also the fact pops up in that scene that he made his last name Forger.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very funny.
His name is his cover name is Lloyd Forger, which is funny enough, but the way Lloyd is spelled is really funny.
Loid, I think.
I wouldn't expect the Japanese to like have an intuitive grasp on stupid Welsh names. But yeah, it's spelled like Noid or Femoid or any stupid variant thereof.
Void.
Mhm.
Void, Android. It's a weird way to spell your name, but whatever. If I was a spy moving into somewhere, I would name myself Frank Smith. I would choose a name so boring that it would cause people's eyes to roll off me before I even finished saying it.
Yeah.
Francis Smitherton.
But Waylon Smithers. Anyway, so yeah, he's acquired a girl. So now all he has to do is, teach her to do the exam good, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is where we begin to encounter some issues. Is that Lloyd appears to be on the socializing front and connecting with human being fronts appears to be barely functional
Yes.
because he is entirely focused on his mission. He is in no way prepared to look after a child at all.
Yep, he don't know what he's doing.
Not because he's stupid or doesn't know like how to meet her needs. It's that he has no emotional intelligence whatsoever.
Yeah.
So he attempts to solve Anya like a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, he buys like 30 books on childcare and he's reading them. One of his line is literally, "There's no interrogation tactics."
He's just like, oh no, they all just want me to prepare this child for the future. I don't have a future with this child.
It is sad because he's like, once we're done, I'm taking her back to the orphanage, and you're just like,
I'm gonna put you back in your hole.
You're just like, you're a horrible little man, and I'm going to strangle you.
What do you think? What do you think you can rent this child? But yeah, I do think that scene in general is quite funny because it's just impressing upon him. It's just like, wait, shit, I have to consider this kid's development.
Right.
I'm not equipped for this.
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Oh, rats.
So yeah, he ends up in a lot of rough positions. He has to he goes out for a shopping trip and then ends up with a kid attached to his leg, so he has to take her. She is trying to anticipate his expectations of her, so she reads his mind all the time, but it causes her to get freaked out.
And also, it doesn't help because he thinks demented thoughts, so...
Yeah, and she's like trying to fit in. She's like, I want a pistol with a silencer, and he's just like nonchalantly, we'll get one if it's on sale.
Yeah, there's one on sale. Okay.
I don't think she was trying to fit in. I think she just wants that.
She just wants a pistol with a silencer. Let her have one.
I should mention, friend of the show, Louis, sent a manga panel to me to share with y'all when we had seen it. So
okay.
It is the panel of that scene.
Yes, I have seen it before.
Oh, I did. I have seen this
very
before.
Cute.
I forgot.
I want a silenced pistol.
I'm also just realizing that Twilight is literally what's his name? Shirogane from fucking Love is War.
Oh god.
As a grown-up adult.
Oh god, he is. He's gonna grow up into this, isn't he?
And it's fucking me up.
Oh no.
It's the same man. He speaks in the same way.
He does. He's like thinks even kind of the same way, doesn't he? But, just that detached sort of persona.
I always assumed that this picture was photoshopped.
No, it is not.
It is. This is very good.
But yeah, he because he thinks in like in terms of tactics, it causes the kid to get freaked out a lot because she's just like, "What do you mean there's an enemy? Should I hide? I'm gonna hide under this sandwich board." And he's just like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
I'm trying to be inconspicuous. The pair. Thus, the combination of them is the least inconspicuous thing in the entire set.
Yes.
Which is funny because characters around them are just like, oh, ha, ha, single dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he's a dipshit. Here, here, get his kid, put her back over here. So the next time he goes out to collect, because she doesn't want to study because she has negative kind of associations with it because of the fact that she was brought up in a laboratory.
Her sad backstory plays
She's
out
an
for a
Akira
minute.
child.
It's really sad. This poor child.
So he says, okay, fine, we're going to have to do this differently. So he goes out to acquire a copy of the exam so that they can simply memorize all of the
Yep,
the
we're just going to cheat. It's fine.
which is, probably the best idea in this situation.
Really? Yeah, it's fine.
So he says, I'm going out by myself and you're staying here,
Yeah.
which takes a considerable amount of doing because she keeps sneaking out after him, and him being a spy can spot her instantly. But this means that it is a fun game for the child.
Yeah, she's like, he's so good at hide and seek.
And I have to say that if I was a spy, it would also be a fun game for Magpie, and it would become an operational risk.
It would become like a citywide project, huh?
Just be like, I see potential in this job. So yeah, he does eventually manage to lock her in and push a dumpster in front of the door.
Yeah.
And go collect what he needs. Meanwhile, back at home, she's so bored that she breaks into all of his spy shit because he mistakenly thought about it around her.
Huh?
So she knows the combination.
That was his first mistake.
So she goes digging through all of his spy stuff looking for bombs. Because she is 6 years old.
Yep.
Allegedly.
And finds a radio. A cool spy radio in a suitcase. Which she just proceeds to just smash on.
Mm-hmm.
Cartoon style. This somehow produces a legible message.
That says, catch me if you can, Twilight.
Yeah, on the typical frequency used by his country. Leading the guy from the beginning of the episode who wanted the fucking toupee photos.
Mm-hmm. He intercepts the message.
To find their apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So he sends some goons over. So whenever Twilight gets back, he finds an ambush waiting for him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And they've kidnapped Anya.
Mm-hmm.
How should I describe this next part? Because he pulls a ruse on them. He makes it look like they've brought him in, but he's actually wearing a mask of the other guy's face. Which,
Where
by the
does
way,
he get that?
Magic.
Spy reasons.
Spy reasons. We're gonna frame this as that he has a magic spy hole that he can pull spy stuff out of.
Mm-hmm.
He's got spy hammer space that he just has a mask for every human on Earth.
Yes.
Is in there.
Do you? I don't know if either of you read Mad Magazine's Spy versus Spy. Do you know whenever they could just pull a full anarchist bomb the size of a cannonball out of their
or like
pocket?
an anvil or something? Yeah, I do know that.
Yeah.
No, but also I have seen what is it, Mission Impossible, where they do this a lot. They do the face mask thing a lot in there, if I can recall correctly.
True enough, but I think that in the context of Mission Impossible, it's implied that they had time to prepare the faces.
Sometimes. I think James Bond does this too, where sometimes he just has a mask.
Anyway.
Like the perfect face mask.
Mm-hmm.
This is a spy trope.
He does deliver one of the goons in his suit to the guy with a bag over his head, and while they're gloating over him and about to remove his hood, steals the child back.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Despite the fact that he could obviously just go rent another child. Although I think that guy might get suspicious if you showed up twice.
Yeah, true.
He's like, listen, I may be a drunk, but also this is creepy.
Yeah.
Anyway, still disguised as a guy, he says, hey, he makes up this lie where he says, hey, me and the guys are great hide and seek players, and when we find somebody we think will be great at the game, we like to challenge them. Take this piece of paper and go down the street and make a right, and go into the building and give it to the person you find at the desk, and then you'll win the game. Obviously, his thoughts are, hey, I wrote this note. The police will probably take her to a nicer orphanage.
Yeah. He's like, he comes across as a dick, but he's just like, okay, I'm not this much of a dick, and also I can't handle having this child.
This is clearly too dangerous for this child.
Yeah.
I should have never done
I
this.
shouldn't have put
Yeah.
her in danger like this, and I feel bad.
Of course, the child being a telepath, she just goes, "Oh, Papa's full of
Papa
shit.
is a liar."
Papa is a liar.
Everything Papa says is bullshit." So after he goes back inside to whoop the shit out of everyone, because I guess styling on them wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
He comes back out. And he says, "Okay, well, I'll have to." He starts thinking about how he's going to change how he goes about this. Whenever he just runs into Anya again because she didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, she just stayed.
She
She
just
just hid under a sign again.
Yeah, she just hung around outside and it's just like, "Okay, Papa will be out in a minute. I'll just watch these ants here." And what the best thing is that she's a better liar than he is.
Yes.
Because he says, why are you out of the house? And she's just like, "Oh, I was playing hide and seek with some scary guy."
Yep. And then that is the moment that he's accepted. Oops, I am a real dad now. Oopsies.
It's just like, "Oh shit, I failed to get rid of the child."
I failed the challenge.
Ah, fuck. Okay, well, fine. We have to get a new apartment.
Yeah, that one's got a snake in it.
That one's got a snake in it.
And she's just thinking, Papa's a real bad liar.
So yeah, they decide to go rent another place, and he takes her to the exam, and she tries to read everybody's mind at the exam, and realizes that none of the other children know what the fuck they're doing.
But she memorized the answers good enough that she passed.
Yeah, he drilled it into her enough that she passes, leading to them to have a moment of celebration, and him to also collapse from exhaustion because he allowed himself to relax for 1 second.
Yes, and spy stuff takes it out of you.
Spy stuff takes it out of you. Well, I would imagine like a life of like constant paranoia.
Yes,
would
exactly.
do that, which is why real world spies don't look like James Bond.
Yeah, truly.
Actually, I was reading an article a long time ago about how like no real life spy operates like James Bond anymore, and that was purely a thing of World War II.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now all they do is they just pay locals to rat out their neighbors.
Right.
But anyway, so while they're recuperating at the apartment, the mailman shows up, and while Twilight is asleep, so Anya gets the mail, and she's a cute child about it. She can't wake him up, so she just snuggles up in his arm and causes him to freak out because he's fallen asleep in front of somebody.
Someone saw me sleeping. Oh,
oh God!
I'm gonna die.
Nightmare.
Anyway, when presented with the letter, he realizes they have a real problem because the second portion of the exam is an interview with both parents.
Non-negotiable.
And even Anya understands that, hey, there's no mama.
Hey, we need a mama.
And that's pretty much the end of that.
Yep.
That's my recitation of the first episode of Spy vs. Family.
They gotta get a mama.
I liked the setting. The setting is basically like what East and West Berlin, like in fact, or not, it's like East and West Germany almost.
Yeah.
But like
it feels
to the point where he goes to Berlint.
Berlin.
They just had a TV.
Yeah.
So, Berlint.
It's obviously taking place in like a fantasy reality, like Full Metal Alchemist, of just like XPs of European countries.
Yes.
And yeah, this one is instead of the World War II world of FMA, it's Cold World.
Yeah.
Cold War world. There we go. Yeah, and it's clearly meant to be like the aesthetic in general appears to be like 50s.
Yeah.
Somewhere from 30s to 50s. And yeah, it's like East and West Berlin or America and the Soviet Union. Although they
Yeah.
don't,
Uh-huh.
there's not that there doesn't appear that be that much difference between the different countries to the point where I couldn't really tell where scenes were taking place unless
No,
it's
like sometimes
Yeah.
it looked
specifically
like
called
they were
out.
in this like cute ass little town. I don't know.
Yeah. But basic, it all vaguely looked like just a European town and
Yeah,
like
very European, like
in
small bunched
Mhm.
together.
in like and like I would know like 1952 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
This could have
Mhm.
happened in fucking Berlin, or it could have happened in Cambridge. I'll say all of the set dressing and shit is spot on, and in fact, all of the backgrounds are really gorgeous.
They are. It's good.
There were some that went in the outro, which is it's not a very elaborate outro. It's just some sliding um, concept art and
hmm
credits. But some of the landscapes in there, I was just like, wow, that's really beautiful.
Mhm.
What else? I really like the dub, actually.
Yeah, I was suspicious the first couple lines because it was just like, but the main characters definitely do good. Some I don't know. Some of the background guys are maybe a little silly, but it doesn't like take you out of it. I
I think
think.
maybe they're supposed to be a little silly.
Yeah, probably.
Um, so yeah, Twilight's voice actor is spot on. I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
there's nobody else who could have done it in English quite as well,
Uh-huh.
because he's got like sort of a cold, detached quality to him, but he doesn't have like a deep or rough voice.
Yeah. It's just kind of
So it matches his actual appearance very well.
mm,
Uh,
supposed to be kind of like a bland, unassuming sort of.
yeah, he's like he's like a LaCroix British person.
It's like having a British person described to you from the other
You
room.
know that
British person on low battery.
you know that certain kind of like Eastern Seaboard accent that
hmm
feels like that. That's what he is operating on.
Uh,
Mhm.
In fact, that's probably what the voice actor took
yeah,
inspiration
probably.
from. He's probably trying to sound like a transatlantic accent from old
hmm
movies from the noir age.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Olden times.
Uh,
Yeah, and of course Anya's voice is adorable and good.
Anya is a standard issue squishy anime
Yeah,
girl.
she nails it though.
I appreciate the fact that she has not harmed me with her
She didn't
voice.
make any inhuman anime girl noises yet.
So that's a win in my book. What do you guys think?
I thought that there were some surprisingly competent fight sequences.
Oh yeah, he does punch a couple of people in the throat.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting there to be any of that kind of stuff at all, but like it looked nice. It was fun to watch. I liked it.
Well, I could have predicted that actually because the mama is an assassin and she just
Yeah,
kills
but I don't
people.
know anything about the mama yet,
Yeah.
so
I know of her existence, so I figured that there would be fight choreography.
yeah.
Hmm.
uh,
I liked the banter between the spy and Anya,
mhm.
because she would be like, "I want to live in a castle," and he's like, "Well, if there's one to rent."
It's just like I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
Just sort of placid, just like, okay.
I like that he gets, I guess, quote unquote, like character development in that he's starting to try harder.
He was already a more competent dad than many.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
like,
And simply in the reaction of just like I want a a silenced pistol. Well, if there's one on sale,
yeah,
rather than what are you talking about? Are you stupid?
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to entertain a child's fantasies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But yeah,
So yeah, this was really good and cute, and I really liked it a lot.
I find the characters to be genuinely personable. So
hmm
Even the cigarette stand man.
Yeah,
The cigarette stand man is a Cowboy Bebop character.
he is. He is.
He reminds me of that guy, that spaceship repair guy who was always listening to the fucking baseball games.
I thought that the bad guys were kind of like Lupin-esque. They
Little
look like
bit.
bad guys you'd see in one of those.
A little bit of a Dick Tracy vibe to them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can see. I'll put it this way: I can see why this show is sitting at number 2 on my anime list, beneath
Yes.
FMA Brotherhood, God King of my anime list.
All hail.
Mm-hmm.
So achieving number 2 is quite a
feat.
quite a feat. I believe there are something like 6 billion anime on here. So
Yeah.
Approximately.
Blackle, you would know better. Didn't you look for the least popular My Anime List show?
Oh, yeah.
There were some stinkers in there.
There were some real bad ones there, I'll tell you what.
But
really, some real stank.
But yeah, there's only 4 episodes of this out right now. I think it is a currently airing show.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I would absolutely watch more.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'll just put it out there. It's cute. It's about spies.
I do enjoy spies.
I
Love
look
me
at
a
it.
good spy.
I look at it and I think of Bakano.
Yes, holy shit, you're so right.
The style and the palette are the same.
Uh-huh. Got a lot of good content in here, and a lot of influence of things we know we like, so.
So yeah, that's a 1 episode cast seal of approval. What do you think, Blackwell? You gonna watch more?
I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe.
I get the feeling of, even if it's a good show, you might not have time, but
yeah.
I just like the silence. You were taken aback by how much we liked it.
I am surprised it's so high on my anime list. Like, I'm glad people like it. I'm surprised it's that well liked.
Well,
I don't know.
Compare it to some of the shit we've seen on this website.
I know, but I mean,
like, even
it's no Demon Wives.
Like, just being just so cozy is enough to put it head and shoulders above a bunch of shit.
Blackle, you're so demented. I love you.
Fucking like it's no insert show that I was the only one who liked it.
Blackle is just here for anime where big anteaters eat chunks of concrete.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
that's concrete,
that's
baby.
what I want. Cement. I want cement eaters.
Cement.
Oh, fuck.
Concrete, baby.
Anyway, if you come to anime to find... Oh god, they're not I've completely fucked this up because they're not marsupials, are they? There's a genus name for like the anteater.
Oh fuck
types.
if I know. Aardvarks.
No, it's like for the whole classification of them. Anyway, if you come to anime to see stupid animals do stupid shit, you can tell us about it at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That's one the word, not the number. And hey, you can spy on us at Twitter. We post tweets sometimes.
Sometimes.
Tell us your favorite vermalingula.
We're at oneepisodecast. Pardon me, what was that word?
Vermalingua. That's the anteater's suborder.
I can put that together in my mind with my vague knowledge of fucking Greek and Latin. It's vermin tongue.
Ooh, worm tongue.
It's because they eat fucking ants that way.
Ooh.
God, what a life to have no teeth.
How did we get here from the spy anime? How did we get here?
Because anteaters are physically similar to many anime characters. They have no teeth and tiny mouths,
And they eat
and
grubs.
they eat termites.
Baffling.
We gotta get
actually.
out of here.
What is this outro? Baffling.
I don't have to explain myself.
Or do you?
That's one of the many aspects of my character that are mysterious,
Like a spy.
like a spy.